later?
2 bad goals conceded, but a positive game for us, because the players that needed to play 90 minutes, they did it, and it's important for them. The majority of the players that need a rest, they had the rest. And we played in a positive way, especially in the second half, when we brought to the team a little bit more of quality, a little bit more of organization, because the team of the first half, or the first hour, was a team that is more a group of players than a team, with people playing not in their best positions, just trying to feel the needs of the team to protect people. So it's very difficult to organize a team. It's very difficult for the boys to play this way. And because of my respect to them, I don't risk more people, because you cannot play against Arsenal, you cannot play against Man City or against Southampton and play 4 or 5 players with 4 or 5 kids. Is not possible. And these last 5 matches of the season, 4 very difficult matches away at home, and we managed with this situation at least to keep some balance, to fight for the results, to give a positive image of dignity, and today we could get a better result.
Jose, do you think the emotion of the day from Tottenham's point of view made it even harder for you to get a result?
No, I think Tottenham is always a good team, is always a difficult team. They want to win, doesn't matter if it is a day to keep in memory, the last match at their stadium. I think they are always a difficult team, and they were a difficult team, but I think they realized in the last half an hour that our team had an immediate improvement when we brought 2 proper midfield players to the team, and they were fighting to keep the results in the last 25 minutes. So that's positive for us, but the most important thing for us is really that no injuries, and some people having a proper rest, and Blind had to play 90 minutes, but the next match is for Blind to rest, and we have to go like this, step by step, rest people.
Can you learn anything from a game like this?
Can I?
Can you learn anything?
I analyze the individual performances of the players, try to understand who can give me a little bit more for the final. Of course, I have in my mind already what I think is going to be the team, but the players, they can influence decisions with positive or negative performances.
Jose, the reaction to not finishing in the top 4, I can't imagine you're too upset. But it kind of makes it easier in a way that
I'm not upset, because we had to make that decision. Yeah. When people say we gamble, we didn't gamble. We didn't choose Europa League. We had to do it, because if I have Ashley Young, Luke Shaw, Marcos Rojo, Ibrahimovic, Timo Fosu-Mensah, if I have these guys, I can rotate, I can go for every match. When I have 14, 15 players, I can't do it. That's so simple as that. Is not possible to do it every 3 days. With Europa League, that is the competition with 2 more matches, with 2 matches in hand that we had to play later. It's impossible. We never had one occasion to rest, not even to train properly. So was not a choice. We were pushed for that situation, and even the draw. If it is a draw, I never understood well if it is a draw or if they put the data in the computer. I never understood that very well. But to finish the season with 4 matches away of home, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City. If we were fighting for the title, what a way to fight for the title. If we want to try to get some results and protect players, which matches to protect players? I cannot go to Man City or to Arsenal and put 5 kids at the same time all together. I cannot lose 5-0 or 6-0. So difficult. But we know what we are doing, and I don't know other clubs. I don't know the way they think. I don't know what is important for them. We, Manchester United, for us is more important to win titles than to finish top four. So if we can win a third title, or like you like to say, a second title, if we can do that, would be magnificent for us, because we don't fight. We know that is a big objective. We know that if we lose the final, we don't play Champions League. We know that, but we fight for titles, and probably other clubs finishing in the top four, probably they would like to be in our position to try to fight for a title.
Jose,
okay, can we move on to pre-Southampton now? So this is embargoed until 2 p.m. on Tuesday.
Jose, even protecting players, is it vital that you get something from these next two games so you don't go into the Europa League final on a really bad run?
No, what I want for the players is a good attitude, is a positive attitude, is a positive approach, is team spirit, is understanding that some guys, they have to sacrifice themselves for the good of others. Blind played today after 90 minutes on Thursday. The next one, of course, Fellaini has to play the next one because he's not playing now. Team spirit, empathy, and the fantastic attitude that everybody has is not one more victory, one more point, one more defeat that is going to change something. A final is a final. A final is a final, and we have to go to the final with everything, like Ajax does, because they finished the season this afternoon, and now they don't have more football to play until the final.
Do you think Paul Pogba will be available for the Southampton game?
I don't think. I think that that funeral has to be between Tuesday and Wednesday in France. I don't think Paul has conditions to play, and obviously we let him completely free to be back when he thinks he's ready to be back.
I think we have to play Romero for the next 2 games, to get him match ready.
One game.
One of the two, yeah.
Jose, you said that Ajax finished their season today. Could you possibly leave some of your players out until the final night? Could you say Southampton game, Palace game, you're not playing, you just play the younger players? Or do you have to get games in them? I
have to build some teams with a minimum of conditions to fight for a result. We lost against Arsenal 2-0, we fought for the result. We lost 2-1 today, we fought for the result. And we want to fight for the result. I don't want to feel a team where people has the feeling that we are not fighting for the result. We are fighting for the result. So I'm going to rotate people. As I was saying, Blind will not be playing against Southampton. Fellaini will, because he's not playing the last 3 matches. And these are examples of try not to accumulate, but people has to play, because we don't have other players, and I cannot put 4 or 5 kids all together in the fire. I cannot do that to the kids.
Is Martial taking this opportunity? I thought he was good today.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. He was okay. Against Arsenal, he was okay too. Against Celtic, didn't play because the options were different. But he's fine. He's fine, and he's one of the guys that is very important for him to play 90 minutes. Him, Smalling, Jones, Mata. It's very important for them to play 90 minutes.
They've almost got to have the incentive, I guess, of aiming for the final if they can.
Yeah, of course. And now we need everybody. Southampton is the only one that has a little chance to be for the final, and even this kid is trying everything to try to be, because the others are impossible to be.
Obviously, we talked about the physical impact, but what mental toll does it take on you, on the players in these games? Having the final.
It's also difficult. I'm also giving 1 day holiday a la carte, if you understand what I mean. Tomorrow Blind 1 day off. Tomorrow Mkhitaryan 1 day off. He played 90 minutes or 70 and now 30 more. Herrera 1 day off. But the guys that play 90 minutes, I cannot give day off if I want them to play against Southampton, because they need the 2 recovering days. It's a la carte, and trying to have the people the best they can, but 1 day off, you are right. Sometimes you need a day off, and they don't know what the day off is. So this is a period in 1 week where I have to give 1 day off. I gave to Valencia. It has to be, and against Crystal Palace 2 or 3 more, and against against Southampton 2 or 3 more, and let's try to arrive in the final in the best
Jose,
possible conditions.
You said the other day this is the hardest you ever worked.
It is.
Could you explain why? And also, is this the worst grouping of games you've ever experienced? You know, what you've got to keep.
Yeah, the accumulation of the games, I never had that, and you know that in all my career I was only out of European competitions in the group phases. I was never out, and in the last 16 I was out only once. So I reach semi-finals 10 times. So I go always until the end of the competitions. In the League Cup, I go normally far. In the domestic competitions, cups, I won in Spain, in Italy, in Portugal. So I have normally a lot of matches. But like this, I never had. I never had, because this situation of you play a final and the game that you should play in that day is going to be postponed for the last week. For the last week, this is crazy. And I repeat the same. Thank you, Michael Oliver, because we were out in the FA Cup. Because if we go to the FA Cup, semi-final, would be a total disaster. I don't know when we would be playing that game. So I never had a situation like this. In the top of that, the accumulation of big injuries, not small, not the injuries that you think, okay, hamstring, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, it's surgery. Boom, boom, boom. It's surgery. One knee, another foot, just big surgeries. So less players and less players and less players. So very difficult, really very difficult. But we are there and we go to the final.
Okay, guys, thank you.
¿Por qué?